spotlight is on gay marriage today, and it's a topic that our NBC 25 viewers have been weighing in on. NBC 25's Ilse Lujan-Hayes joins us in the studio with a special guest and his response to the challenge being replaced on Michigan's ban on gay marriage. Good morning, Ilse.
Good morning, Joel. Well, joining us right now is Pastor Mark Brandt with St. Lawrence Lutheran of Frankenmuth. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be here.
You know, all morning long we've been listening to Facebook comments, and we wanted you to come on in and share your thoughts on this topic. Now, do you agree with the group of pastors in Detroit protesting yesterday, trying to defend the ban on gay marriage, and why?
It's a very emotional issue, and so it's kind of, I mean, I like to have about 20 minutes to explain what my position on that would be. But essentially, yes, our law has been that marriage is defined as between a man and a woman, and I would certainly support that law. Let's
take a look at one of the Facebook comments, which seems to be a common theme. You know, folks using religion, of course, to defend their opinion. Becky Rogers says, marriage is a legal issue. Standing up in front of whatever God you believe in makes it a moral issue. There is a difference, and I don't understand why people can't see that. If you think it's so wrong, then don't marry a gay person. Now, obviously, Becky, they're sharing a little bit of, you know, her little comedy side, but not a funny issue. This is a very sensitive topic, but that is one of the things that most people tend to bring up. They want to differentiate between morality and what the law is. Tell me your thoughts on combining these.
Well, certainly our law in the United States has always had a moral component to it. So to completely remove morality from what's legal or what isn't does not work. On the other hand, we recognize that marriage has been defined by our government. So far it's been defined as between a man and a woman. I think it's always been assumed. Just recently has it been specifically defined the way that it is. So the government makes those kinds of laws and citizens abide by them. Religion, Christianity, also enters into that sometimes as we influence with our understanding of morality.
Do you believe there'll be a time where gay marriage will be legal?
I think legally, yes. That's probably inevitable, especially the way that things are going now. The big question from the church's perspective on that would probably be, so what is the responsibility or what's required of pastors in that regard? So would we be required to violate our conscience to officiate?
And what is your answer, very quickly? What is your responsibility?
I hope that the government would continue to allow Christians freedom of expression.
Okay, well, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us. Well, coming up a little later, we're going to be sharing the other side of this topic, so be sure to stick around.
For the last half hour, we've been telling you that a pastor shared his thoughts on gay marriage. We now hear from someone who supports same-sex marriage. NBC 25's Ilse Lujan-Hayes joins us here in the studio with a special guest. Ilse?
Good morning, Joel. Well, you know, all morning long we've been sharing your Facebook comments, but joining us right now to also share her thoughts is Terri Dinsmore, Genesee County President of PFLAG, which stands for Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Terri, you know, during our last segment, we spoke to a pastor who basically, you know, said that he shared his opinion and how he supported Christianity in relation to gay marriage, but he did mention that he does believe one day gay marriage will be legal. Do you think that day will come?
Yes, I think that day will come. In a poll done by Equality Michigan recently, 59% of people in Michigan believe that there should be same-sex marriage.
Now, obviously, you know, folks in your group and many gays and lesbians and supporters of gay marriage are going to be watching very closely what happens today in the Detroit area. How do you think things will play out with the two nurses who are basically challenging the ban on gay marriage?
I think that when the trial's done, that the judge is going to rule in our favor. We do realize that it will automatically be challenged to repeal that, try to repeal that, and the judge could even issue a stay.
Tell me what it means to you personally to see one day gay marriage being recognized as a legal ceremony?
It's important because all citizens of the United States should have the same civil rights.
Do you, you obviously work very closely with a lot of families of gays and lesbians. What, can you take us into, their thoughts? Do they get frustrated, angry? Is there a lot of, or is there a lot of hope that there's a shift taking place? You mentioned 59% of people polled support gay marriage, even though in Michigan, 2004, they opposed it. But do you see a shift taking place?
Yes, I do see that there's a shift taking place. People are frustrated, but we do realize that, it's coming around. It might take till 2016 to put it on the ballot.
Okay, well, Terri, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us this morning. And if you'd like to join the conversation, head on over to our Facebook page.